Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Counter Press. My name again is Fiifi-Manfred, and it is time for another video. So let's walk you right through it. Like we always say, if you've not subscribed to the channel, if you've not liked, if you've not shared, kindly do so. I just have to say thank you very much for the enormous outpour of love and the subscription this channel has received. I want to say thank you very much. Do subscribe, do like, and share. Let's get through it. So Chelsea's woes still go on. Like every other person expected, there was no way Chelsea was going to go to Real Madrid to get a job done. But then even that said, Chelsea had very good openings, very good numbers. In fact, in the first 10 minutes, Chelsea had gotten about 3 chances, clear-cut ones, Joao Felix. There was another one that Kante failed to play through Raheem Sterling earlier. There's another one that was sent to the side when Enzo Fernandez had a lot of time on the ball, and then Chelsea failed to get a job done. Essentially, Chelsea have issues with psyche, mentality, and it is a need for a coach. There's a need for a winner. So for me, that's why I've said that since the issues of Graham Potter, since the owners Baghdad Bali and of course Todd Bowley have seen that they had made a mistake with Graham Potter, there has been a need to replace him. And then now, games that are coming up, Brighton and Hove Albion and the others are crucial games. And then Chelsea would have to do something. But then, of course, it's true that a new manager is only going to be appointed in the summer. Whilst Frank James Lampard's appointment for me has just been one of PR and to make sure that the club it's in good place till the summer. A host of managers' names have been mentioned. Zinedine Zidane, Julian Nagelsmann, Ruben Amorim, Luis Enrique, and other managers as well. There have been a mention of Spalletti. There have been mention of Oliver Glasner from Frankfurt and all of those things. But then today's focus for me is Luis Enrique and how I think he's going to fix the problem of Chelsea Football Club. So Luis Enrique is a Spaniard, like you already know. He was born on the 8th of May in 1970 in Spain. And he is a player that he's a manager that played for both Real Madrid and Barcelona. A lot of people do not have this information. But he played for Real Madrid and Barcelona. He scored about 100 goals for both clubs. He played in 3 World Cups for the Spanish La Rioja national team. He retired only in 2004. He was one of the exceptional players in the Barcelona jersey as and when he was there. He was a top player whilst he was there. And whilst he finished his career, he went on into management, got his badges. He went first into Barcelona B. He went to the Italian Serie A, to Roma. He came back to Celta de Vigo in 2013, 2014, and then later to his Barcelona. But it was a Barcelona that Enrique did make name for himself. If you listen to Luis Enrique and his football philosophy, he tells you that it's about attacking and then making sure you hit the opponent. And that's exactly what Luis Enrique is known for throughout his days at FC Barcelona. So he has done that. And then even with the Spanish national team, he gets the job done. He is a possession-based manager. He loves the positional way of playing football with a lot of the superiorities. If it is from out wide, the qualitative and quantitative superiorities is something that Luis Enrique loves as well. One of the things that you see in Enrique is also the overload to isolate and then to create chances for Enrique. It's something that he loves a lot. He overloads one side and then to isolate the other side to make sure he uses the qualitative 1v1 abilities of his wingers on the other side. So Enrique did show Barcelona. In that first season, he took over an outstanding team at Barcelona. Mind you, for me, one of the greatest front threes that football has ever seen in Messi, Neymar, Suarez were there in his days at Barcelona. He had a wonderful midfield. Sergio Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta were at it. There was Ivan Rakitic who could come on at any point in time. There was Dani Alves, the Gerard Piqué, Carlos Puyol, Marc-André ter Stegen, Bravo. These were all parts of the team. Jordi Alba, Dani Alves. These were key Barcelona teams. And then he got a job done with this. At the early days of Barcelona, the football was hinged on the regular Johan Cruyff Barcelona way of playing, the tiki-taka way. So it was dominant in terms of the 3-2 phase of ball progression. The first phase had very good ball playing centre backs in Gerard Piqué and Puyol, who could progress the ball. In days where opponents they sit deep in a low block, Puyol and then PK use their ball carrying abilities to progress and carry the ball into central areas, where Busquets was a register, sat in the middle of the park and an orchestrated play. He recycled possession as and when he had to control the tempo of the game at any point in time. It was Sergio Busquets. And in the middle of the park, of course, Xavi and Iniesta were top dogs in terms of finding those passes as and when they had to. And of course, we know that his fullbacks love to bump forward high and wide, and then that allowed Messi, Neymar, and Suarez to play inverted, and then also make sure that they occupy those left and right half spaces that were in there once the fullbacks come up in Dani Alves and then, of course, Jordi Alba. What happened in the later days of Barcelona was that once Luis Suarez was the first player after post Messi and Neymar since that time to win a Pichichi and score over 40 goals in a season. Later on, he realized that the midfield of Barcelona was aging. Of course, Iniesta was aging. Of course, Xavi was aging. Of course, Sergio Busquets was also losing some steam in the middle of the park. So in his second season, his third season, it was much more direct. It was much more straight to the wide areas, straight into the channels. If you remember, Suarez's love for the channel run did come to play a lot in this Barcelona days. And a key match in this game like this is that Remontada 6-1 victory against Paris Saint-Germain. It was very, very important for them to be very, very direct because Iniesta was aging, Xavi was aging, and he needed to hinge a lot of their play on a lot of verticality, and that helped a lot. So while he loved the possession base of football, when Enrique is faced with times where he has to tweak, he can go vertical, he can go much more direct like he did in his days at Barcelona. Also, whilst he loved for his wingers and his attackers to keep the width and use their 1v1 superiorities, in times where he needed to overload a lot on wide areas, he played them in central areas. He had them occupying the left and right half spaces and have them being much more dynamic with a lot of rotation in central areas whilst they hurt opposition. This was a key way to break down low blocks and mid blocks in teams like that. The biggest issue with Luis Enrique was that he had issues with defensively setting, and that's why a lot of the times he wanted to hold on to possession and keep the ball so that he would not have to deal with a lot of the times defending. He would have to do a lot of defensive job when it comes to Chelsea. He would have to set up a very good off-the-ball structure for Chelsea Football Club when he's there. He is a winner. He understands how to play. He knows how to work with younger players. He has shown same with Gavi and Pedri in the Spanish La Liga national team. He has played excitingly in how he wants to play at Barcelona. And remind you, after all of this trophy, he won Barcelona their 24th La Liga trophy. He took them to that treble. He was outstanding as a manager. He embedded everything that Barcelona embodied now as a football club. So Luis Enrique for me is an all-round manager. Yes, he post Barcelona, he hasn't really won, but then he is a winner. He's an absolute winner with Barcelona. He manages egos of dressing rooms very well. There's talk about his issues with Messi when he went to Barcelona and how he handled it. He had handled and given young players like Gavi and Pedri a chance in the Spanish national team whilst he was manager. So it tells you how much of a manager that he is. Essentially, I think that Luis Enrique is a holistic manager. Tactically, he's fit. Personality-wise, he's fit. And then, of course, he's a winner, has the mindset, the psyche, and then the toughness to manage a club like Chelsea Football Club. So, yeah, thank you very much once again for joining the Counter Press like you always do. Please do like, share, subscribe, and then turn on the notification bell. My name again is Fiifi-Manfred, the Counter Press.